But in Dundee there's quite a big DIY scene because we really don't have the opportunities here that other places have. So if you want to make any sort of name for yourself, you have to do it yourself. My name's Tyndall.
I'm Larry.
And we play in To Kill Achilles from Dundee. We've been going for 8 years now. You could say we're one of the older bands in the scene.
Not the oldest.
Not the oldest. There you go.
Because Dundee's like a much smaller city than say Glasgow or Edinburgh, we don't get the same level of opportunity, so you have to just do it yourself and hopefully break through.
This is where I record bands. It's a simple home studio, well DIY, well chill, but it works and it sounds good. I'm basically able to record everything here bar drums because my neighbours would actually kill me. This is my ghetto vocal booth. It's essentially just rock wool on 2 doors. I also have a bunch of guitars here that people can use. This actually folds out into a bed if they want to crash, which is helpful. We try our best to help as many bands as we can, pretty much because when we were younger, if we had someone to help us out, it would have been so much easier. We'll basically talk about how to release songs, just anything that we can that we would have loved to help with. The Dundee scene, especially in the metal genre, is kind of building. There's quite a community of people trying to make it bigger than it is just now, and it's getting bigger, it's getting better, and people are more involved.
My name's Drew, I play guitar for Catalysis. Tonight we've got our EP launch happening at Beat Generator in Dundee. It's a sort of celebration with all our friends. Tonight's lineup features our friends in Black Blood. It was a no-brainer to have them involved, super popular in the local scene, really nice guys. We booked the guys in Houdini Says No, super tight, super professional, good fun on stage. There's quite a broad spectrum of sub-genres involved in metal. It can be really challenging to try and put together a lineup that interests everyone and to get everyone in through the door. So my goal with the metal scene in Dundee is to try and make it more inclusive and sort of involve everyone.
So one of the biggest things about being on the scene in Dundee is that you do make friends with a lot of the bands.
You get on bills with other bands and then their fans will come to your shows, like your fans will go to their shows and stuff like that.
The metal community in Dundee is a really loving community that supports each other. Even though it sounds really aggressive, it's quite aggressive music. The people that do play in bands are actually, most of the time, really nice.
The metal scene in Dundee is really good. There's a lot of support from not just the bands, but also other people.
I'm a metal vocal coach, and I teach people how to get into screaming and how to improve their already existing screaming abilities. I try to teach, first of all, a technique called false chords, which is essentially a very powerful sigh to be able to produce that harsh, raspy sound at the back of your throat. When I'm performing on stage, vocally, it's like an organised tantrum that I feel like I get relief and release from. Certainly when I started doing what I'm doing in bands, I think it all came from To Kill Achilles. That was a band I went to see at a lot of local shows. Just got a lot of inspiration from that, and I thought, if they can do it, I kind of want to give it a shot myself.
We've been thankful enough to become friends with Mark Tyndall, who recorded some of our tracks. He's quite known in Dundee, very supportive of the metal scene.
So there's loads of great bands in the Dundee scene at the moment. I mean, the younger generation have come in and they're really pushing it.
Yeah, there's like a fresh spark, there's different people. It's not the same people coming to the same gigs every week anymore. It's new people come in and yeah, it's just growing naturally.